Hey everybody, it's Dustin from Ted's. Today we just wanted to do a video about peonies for our Iowa gardening section. So they're one of my favorite flowers in the garden, and they are nicely in bloom as well. So there's three different main types of peonies. The one that's in bloom right here is called a tree peony. So they're a great peony for not needing cages. Obviously they grow on a wooded stem. They have massive flowers, and the older they get, the bigger the flowers get. They will end up getting about a dinner plate size, which is a glorious show. So tree peonies are not as common as the herbaceous or the ito or ito, whichever way you want to pronounce it. The trick with the tree peonies though is they do come planted and blooming in their nursery cans, but you have to bury it about 2 or 3 inches deeper than what it is in its pot, specifically because it is grafted onto herbaceous peony rootstock, and if you don't bury it deeper, it will send up herbaceous peonies right next to the tree peony, which draws the energy away from the tree peony. And they are not as hardy as some of the itos or the herbaceous. They're only hardy to about -10 to -20 degrees, so you want to make sure that you mulch up over those crowns and get them nice and deep, especially for winter storage. So the tree peony and the herbaceous peony, are actually crossbred to make ito peonies. One of the great things about these peonies is the stems are very tough, just like the tree peony, but being the crossbreed, they are completely herbaceous, so they die back underneath the ground every year and you start fresh. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get the great showy blooms that come on them, but they are nice and sturdy and make a really good plant in the landscape. These are hardy to about -20 to -30 degrees, so they're incredibly winter hardy as well. The other main type is going to be your good old-fashioned herbaceous peony. Now you will see there's a lot of new cultivars of this with some new blooms, but they are just like the old-fashioned ones where they die back underneath the ground every year. They're great, they're nice and hardy. You will get some ants on them, just like any other peony, but here's a fun fact for you. The ants do not actually help the peony bloom. The peony will bloom if there are no bugs present. The ants just like to harvest the sugar that is leaking out of the, I can't remember the word, but the covering of the blossom. So if you don't have any ants on your peonies, do not worry. They will still bloom for you. However, one thing to keep in mind is when you're planting your herbaceous peonies or your itos, do not sink them too deep. You actually want the crown of the tuber just below the soil surface. If you plant them too deep, you will not get any blooms on them. So if you have a peony that you just planted and it's not blooming, it might just be too deep. All the peonies do spectacular in full sun. If you have them in a shaded area, you will not get as many blooms on them. So the more sun, the more blooms. And they're a great, reliable plant, and you can use them for cut flowers as well. So, and if you have any questions about us, give us a call. You can send us an email, and we're more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you for watching.